So take a few deep breaths. I have some very interesting news for you. Mercury is about to go into retrograde. Don't freak out. Don't freak out. Don't breathe. Take a deep breath. Let's take a deep breath. It's okay. We'll be all right. So Mercury is about to go into retrograde, and I know so many people freak out over this. Let me give you some hard dates, and then we're going to talk about how to work through the amazing energy of Mercury in retrograde. So the first one is March 18th, Mercury goes into retrograde in the sign of Aries. On April 21st, it enters full retrograde in the sign of Aries. And then on April 25th, it goes from full retrograde back into post-shadow energy until it leaves post-shadow energy on May 13th. With this Mercury in retrograde in the sign of Aries, it is really going to be pushing us to make amends to a lot of different energies, because it is also that Aries energy that's all about passion and desires. And when those passion and desires haven't come forward, a lot of times we hold that anger and that resentment that things are not moving the way they're supposed to. It's not necessarily true, but a lot of times we're holding on to that old energy. I also have a feeling that there's going to be a lot of mending of old relationships. A lot of times people will tell me, like, they were my friend for years and then they stabbed me in the back, or they were my friends for years and then they did this. So this could really bringing back some of those old relationships. They may not ever be the way they were before, but at least there's an opportunity to bring some healing and some new understanding. So kind of having someone who was like a friend, then turning into an enemy, and then turning back into like a friend or an acquaintance. Now, because we've also had a lot of other planetary energy kind of bringing up some old issues or old problems that we've had in our life that we've hopefully been working through, this is going to make this Mercury in retrograde so much easier than the ones in the past. This is a great time to kind of get a hold of that energy and really able to turn back the clock and really not allow that old anger and resentment to hang on anymore. Cut it off. With that being said, because Mercury is in our communication sector for all of us, this is a great time to really think about what we want to say before we actually say it. Because if not, we may be saying the wrong things or kind of leading people in the wrong direction. So we want to make sure that we're clearly communicating not only with ourselves internally, but other people as well.